Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how we can make a mini solar system like this using Parallax CSS. So here you can see when I'm scrolling down, the earth, moon and sun is moving, and when I'm scrolling up you can see that all the planets is coming back. So I will show you in a really simple way, and I will also explain everything step by step so that you can understand everything really clearly. So right now let me just close this and let's go back to our code. Here I have created index.html, then style.css and script.js, and I have linked the style.css over here and write the script link at the bottom in the body, and all the style.css and pip.js is empty. And I have some images over here. There you can see earth image, moon image, space image and sun image. And I will also give those image link in the description so that you can download it easily. You don't have to search the image online. Okay, so all the image download link will be in the description, and also check out the comment as well. So first of all, inside the body we are going to say section, and inside this section first let's give it a name. We'll say here class name will be Parallax, let's say. And inside this section we'll have the all the images. First we'll link the space image, so we'll say here image source will be space dot png, and we'll also mention the id will be space. So after space we'll have our sun image, Control C and Control V. Sun, after sun we'll have earth, then we'll have the moon image. So let's say over here sun.png and id will be sun. Here you can see all the name is like this: earth.png, moon.png, space.png and sun.png. So this one will be earth, EART, earth, and this will be the moon. We'll say here moon. Let's save this. So right now let me just open it in the browser, and here you can see we have the space, sun image, earth image and moon image. So let's go back to our code, and right now we're going to write some CSS for this class Parallax. So let's go to style.css, and here we'll give dot, and then we'll say here Parallax, and we'll give to second bracket. We need to give a dot because this is a class. Inside this Parallax first we'll say position, it will be relative because we want our image to move and we want every image to be in the center. So in order to make them center we need to say here display, it will be flex, and after that we'll say justify content, it will be center. Then we'll say items, align items, it will be center as well. So right now let's also mention the height for the images. So we'll say the height will be 100 ph. So right now if we set this, then if we now refresh here, there you can see image is showing in a single row right now. There you go. And the space image is below the sun image actually, so you cannot see it. So right now instead of showing the image like this, we'll show all the images together. So here you can see we have the scroll option at the downside, and if you go down there you can see everything is too big. So here we're going to say overflow, it will be hidden. Save this. Then right now if we refresh here, there you can see the bottom scroll bar is gone. There is no bottom scroll right now, and every image is actually within the image frame. We cannot go top or down anything. Okay, we cannot go up or down, left or right now, since we write overflow is hidden. Don't worry, we'll fix everything one by one. So after this Parallax class we are going to write the CSS for the images. So here you can see images. So what we'll do is that we'll say over here dot Parallax, and inside the Parallax we have the image. So we'll say image tag, then we'll give to second bracket like this. And right now we're going to mention the image position will be absolute. Then we'll say here top will be 0 and left will be 0 px. We do not need to write the px. So right now we're going to mention the width for all the images. So width will be 100%, and let's also mention one more thing, that is pointer events, it will be none. So right now, if we save this, then go back to our browser, and if we refresh, there you can see everything is in a single frame, and at the back side you will see the sun image. You cannot see the sun because sun is behind the earth image, but there you can see there's a little bit reddish over here, so the sun image is there. So here you can see all the planets image is too big. Here you can see moon, earth, or the sun image is too big. So let's just make them smaller so that we can see everything properly over here. So first of all, we'll make the moon smaller. So for it, let's go back to our code, and here you can see in the image we write id equal to moon for the moon image. So since we write id equal to moon here, so here we're going to give a hash for the id, and we'll say here moon, then keep 2 second bracket, and here we're going to say height, it will be let's say 20 vh, then we say width, it will be 12 vh. So right now if we save this, then if we refresh here, there you can see moon image become smaller. Moon image becomes smaller, but it looks weird. So here it will be actually, this is width, so it will be VW, not VH. So let's save it again, then let's refresh, and there you can see moon image looks proper. So right now let's make the art smaller. So for it, here you can see for art the id is art, for sun the id is sun. So here let me just copy the moon, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. So this one will be art. So let's say for art height will be 40 and width will be, let's say, 25. Save it, then let's refresh here, and there you go, we have the art. Let's make the sun smaller. In order to make the sun smaller, we need to do the same thing. So we'll say here sun, and for the sun needs to be bigger. So height will be 70 and the width it will be 40. Save it, then let's refresh here, and there you go, we have all the planets over here and it looks proper. So right now we need to position all the images. So let's make the sun in the center. So now in order to make the sun in the center, we'll just say here padding left 30%. So it will move the sun from left side to a little bit in the middle. Okay. So right now if we save this, then refresh here, there you can see sun is almost in the center. We can add a little bit padding top, but I think that's fine. So let's just position the moon and earth image. So in order to do that, we again need to write the padding for earth and the moon. So for earth, we'll say here padding left, it will be, let's say, 5%, and padding top, we need to add padding top. We want the earth image over here. So we'll say padding top will be 20%. Save it. Then let's go back, refresh, and there you go. So we want the moon to be over here. So for it, let's go and add some padding for the moon as well. So we are going to say padding left, let's say 30%, and padding top, it will be 35%. Save, then refresh, and there you go. So all of our images is in proper position. So right now we need to move them. But here you can see on the left and on the right side, there is some space. At the top, there is some space. So let's just remove those. So for it, let me just go at the top, and here we'll give a star. Then 2 second bracket, we'll say here margin, it will be 0, and padding will be 0. Save it. Then refresh, and there you go. There is no space right now. So let's go and just add some text in our project. So for it, we'll go back to index.html, and let's go and just declare another section here. You can have a div, that doesn't matter, but let's just write section, and inside this we'll have h2 tag. Inside this h2 tag, we'll say solar system parallax CSS. And let's have some text in the p tag. So let me just copy some text online. So here we'll say random text. I'll just copy it from here, Control C, and paste it over here. Okay. So right now, if we save this, then if we now refresh, I'm just trying to show you everything step by step. There you can see we have the text over here at the bottom. So let's just add a little bit design for those text. So for it, here inside this section, let's say class, it will be text underscore design. Let's say save it. And for the h2, let's just say here class, it will be title. And here we'll say class, it will be para. Okay, so let's save this and let's just write some little CSS for those. So let's go back to our style.css. Here we're going to say text underscore design, which is this one. So we'll give a dot since it is a class, and we'll say text underscore design to second bracket. So for it, we'll say background color, it will be black. And we want all the text to be in the center. So we'll say here text align, it will be center. Save this. So right now, if we now refresh, so here you can see the text. If we refresh, there you can see the background color changed. The text is here and the text is in the center. But since the text color is also black, that's why we cannot see this. So let's go back to our index.html, and here you can see title and para. So for those, we'll write some CSS. So here we're going to say dot title to second bracket. We'll say the color for the text will be, let's say yellow, green, and font size, it will be 50px for the title. Let's also say font weight, it will be border. After title, we have para. We have the para class. So we'll give dot para, then to second bracket, and for the text, color will be white. Let's say font size, it will be 20px. Save this, then let's go back, refresh, and there you go. I think the title is too big, so let's just make it 40px. And let's go and do a few more things. That is, let me just copy and paste it here. Let's just make the text a little bit bigger. Let me just copy the p tag and paste it over here a few times. Save, then let's refresh here. And there you go, it looks like this. So let's just go and add some padding for the text. So here we're going to set padding, it will be 20px. Refresh again, and there you go, it looks much better than before. Let's just add a few more text over here. Let's just make it a little bit bigger, and there you go, this looks much better. So right now let's go and move our image. So for it, we need to use a little bit of JavaScript. So right now here at the bottom, you can see that we already link our script.js. So we will just go to our script.js directly, and here we declare a variable. We'll say let sun equal to document dot g will be smaller but e will be capital, get element, d will be capital, by I will be capital, id, like this. And here in the index.html, here you can see for the sun image, we have id equal to sun. So in the script.js, we say here in the id, document.getUnit by id, it will be sun. So let me just copy this, Control C, then paste it over here 2 times. So this one will be for earth. So we'll say here earth. And for the moon, just you can see id is moon. So we'll say here moon. So right now what is happening is that whatever image we have over here for this id sun will be stored in the variable, in this variable. Sun, earth, and moon, those are variable. So right now we need to add a event listener for scrolling. So here we'll say window dot add, it will be capital event listener, it will be capital listener. Then we'll give to first bracket, and we'll add this event listener for scrolling. So we need to say here scroll. And this scroll needs to be inside a single quotation or double quotation. So here after writing scroll, we'll give a comma here. Then we need to write the function. So here we'll give to first bracket. This then we'll give equal and is greater than sign. Then we'll give to second bracket like this. Okay. So this is how you write the scroll event listener, and we need to end it with a semicolon. And here inside this, we need to declare another variable. Let's say here let the variable name will be value. It can be anything. You can declare any variable, but let's say here value equal to window dot scroll capital Y. Why scroll Y? Scroll Y because here we are moving this scroll in Y direction. If it were this direction, then it will be scroll X. Since we are talking about this scroll, so this will be scroll Y. So it will store the value for scrolling in this value variable. So using this value variable, we can move our moon, earth, and sun images. So let's just go and first move the moon. So for moving the moon, we need to say here moon dot, and here you can see we declare a variable moon over here. This variable is this one. Okay, moon dot. We'll say here style. We need to change the style in order to move our moon. So moon dot style dot which direction you want to move your moon. Let's say it will be right side. So for it, we'll say here left equal to, and here we'll get the scroll value, which is this one. So here we're going to say value. Then here you can determine the speed at which you want to move. So we'll give a into sign and we'll say 1.5. If you want to increase the speed, you can say 2.5, 3.5, anything. But after that, we need to give plus and we need to give to single quotation, and inside it, we need to say px. It means the moon will move on the right side at this speed depending on the scroll. Okay, so right now, let me just save it and let me just refresh here. And if I now go down, there you can see moon is moving. So depending on our scroll, moon is moving a certain pixel that we just mentioned over here. If we just write here 0.5, save it, then refresh, the moon will move slower. There you can see. And if we give over here, for example, minus 0.5, save it, then refresh here, the moon will move to this direction. There you can see. If you want, you can move the moon at the top and also at the bottom. Let me just show you one by one. Let's say here top, and let's just make it 2.5. Save this, then refresh here, and if I now move my cursor, there you can see moon is going at the top. And if I give the positive value, save it, then refresh here, and right now if you go down, there you can see moon is going down. And since in the style.css, here let me just show you. In the style.css, we use over here for the class parallax overflow hidden. That's why the moon won't go over any other section. If we now just remove the overflow hidden from here, save it, then if we now refresh and go down, there you can see moon is going over the text. Okay, so we need to write this overflow hidden, save it. Okay, so right now let's just do it properly. So here we're going to say left value will be 1.5 px. Right now we'll write the JavaScript for our earth, then sun. So here we're going to say earth, and here we're going to say sun. For the earth, the value will be 2.5, and for the sun, let's say it will be top, and value is 1.5. I think that's fine. So let's save it. Then let's just refresh here and let's do this like this. So there you can see it looks really awesome over here. If you want, you can add a text and you can move the text as well. So this is how you can make something like this using Parallax CSS and JavaScript. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you learn a lot in this tutorial. If you have any question or any suggestion, you can let me know in the comment section. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you in the future tutorials.